Ah, okay, sorry, I'm just playing with myself again. Hello, hi, just playing with my head. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello, me, the local of the virtual of the bakers, Saltea Kichee. Hello, hello. Ah, hi, I hope you're all doing well today. Happy, happy Lunar New Year. Um, I don't I've never really celebrated Lunar New Year, but you know what? There's a first for everything, right? That's the saying. Yeah. Hold okay. Sorry, I'm just doing semantics right now. Hello, it's me, the local virtual baker, Saltea Kichee, and I am here to do some silly stuff, some silly things. But for the most part, we're just going to be baking. We're gonna be baking. I mean, in a sense, there is something that we are going to be kind of baking, but it's not really baking because we're going to be like steaming it. So like it's kind of baking, but kind of not baking. You'll see what I mean when we get there. But today we are doing some stuff, doing some things. If you can't read and for some reason you just lost the ability to do something, we are cooking food that is kind of based off the Lunar New Year. So yeah. Um, uh, mm, yeah, that I don't really have much to say. I want to try to make food as amongst the New Year, the Lunar Year, Chinese New Year. I don't know what the hell to call it. There's so many things to call it by. Hi there, Sue. Hello, hello. But yeah, I've plans. I'm going to make like dumpling. I'm gonna be making. Wait, no, here. I'm going to be making uh some duck bao bun, dumplings, and something called longevity noodles, which I thought sounded really fun to make. Oh, and dumplings. Did I say right? Dumplings? Dumplings. I'm gonna be making dumplings. Yeah. Okay. So, but the longevity noodles I wanted to try to make because it just sounds kind of fun to make. It's like the thing that everyone wants to really do. It's the thing of like, oh, it's like every child's favorite thing to do. Like, oh man, this is a really long noodle. I wonder if I can make it even longer, or at least that's kind of the general gist of it all. There could be another thing. It could probably just mean like good longevity, good health, and all that whatnot. But you see, I'm too stupid to actually do proper research. Now, I did actually want to do some like authentic, like real authentic, like Lunar New Year food, but I don't think I can find any because I'm unable to focus myself to doing it. Sort of thing. That and also I just couldn't find the things to do such. Like I really wanted to get a whole fish to do like a whole fish roast. I think it'd be kind of fun, be kind of cool. There was something that a friend told me to do. Unfortunately, there's no banana. I couldn't find any banana leaves, so I can't do that either. Which the thing that I think she told me that I should do is zongzi. I don't know, zongzi. I can't make that because I don't have sound is very fuzzy. Hold on, I'm gonna take a little. I want to take a little listen. It's weird if I sound fuzzy. I mean, I sound normal, I guess. I sound fairly normal. Sound is very fuzzy. That might honestly be a Twitch side thing. Here, let me check Twitch side as well. No, it sounds normal over there too, but I don't know. Do not know. But yeah, I did try to look into some of the things. The longevity noodle ordeal. Gonna try and do that. I think that's probably the only thing that's like, oh yeah, gonna try doing that, but I did try to find if I could do like rice balls. That was something I wanted to try and do, but I couldn't find any. I could. A lot of the ingredients I want to try, a lot of the ingredients of things I want to try and do today, I just could not find for the life of me. So yeah. Wait. I'm stupid. I think I just realized a big old stupido thing I just did. Because like, oh yeah, longevity noodles. No, I'm freaking dumb. Actually, wait, I can curse. I'm fucking dumb. Because it's like, oh wait, because he doesn't eat food when he eats something like that. It represents something like, oh, fish is for surplus and fortune, and dumplings are for wealth. Noodles are for longevity. So my very smart brain was like, yeah, that's the dish called. Yeah. Stupid. I'm really stupid. Oh boy. Well, oh, the funny thing, funny thing. I tried looking for spring roll wrappers. I thought I found them, but they're rice rolls, something like that. So it's like, I don't know. It, it's goofy, really goofy either way around it. It's like, man, I just could not find any of the ingredients. So we're kind of not. Oh, what's the word is? We're kind of just spitballing, if you will. Okay, hold on though. Evening. Okay, so that's the actual thing that I'm trying to make here. Hold on. Because the one recipe I looked up online is Snow. I'm using snow peas. Like, oh, I like snow peas. Did you like that notification you hear? Did you hear that thing? Wow. Okay. Hold on. I actually gotta write this recipe down because a lot of the stuff I am doing, I thought I was gonna go. Oh yeah, let me just not free fall, but like figure it out as I go. But no, I'm not gonna be like that. Mung beans. I got mung beans. I am getting long. I'm making my own noodles today because that's gonna be more fun. Soy. Uh, sesame oil. Sesame oil. Ginger. Snow peas. And water chestnuts. I find any water chestnuts. I hate my life. But yeah, essentially these are just broth noodles, broth, stuff like that. It's very simple what it is. But to make it really fun, I'm gonna make the noodles really, really, really long because hey, longevity. It just makes sense to make them into long noodles. That so yeah. Oh boy, uh okay. Uh Oh yeah, I gotta write down. There's another recipe I'm gonna make, but I'm gonna make this one off the fly because I couldn't think of a good sauce for the duck. And I would have done like a Peking duck or something like that, kind of go off that ordeal. But unfortunately, I don't really have, essentially say, I don't have the beans to do something. It's a little bit more difficult to get. Yeah. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure I have everything in order here. Okay, I think I should have everything that we need at this point. How are you all doing this year, though? Today, though? you guys celebrate the Lunar New Year? If you do, I would like to talk to you because this is a thing I am just doing this year alone, and hopefully with the following years to follow. Um, been wanting to try to actually explore my own heritage. Well, I'm not very good at it. I only celebrate if there's food. Yeah. I don't know how to celebrate the Lunar New Year other than go like, oh, food, oh, go talk to people, this and that. But like, the issue is that my parents, my family is very, very American. So like, they're not, and they're also not really interested in like Asian cuisine. I guess sort of culture and all that whatnot too. So like, it's a little difficult to say at the very least. Not to say that they're against it, but they don't understand it, I guess, or just don't know what to do with it. So, yeah. Oh, hey, I think good for now. I've done my due diligence. All right. So let's go to my kitchen. All right. I'm gonna just take a sip here. There we go. Okay, into the kitchen we go. Okay. There we go. Hopefully things should look good now. Hopefully, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Let me make sure I got everything here. I got all the necessary and crucial ingredients for this little thing I'm doing today. Yep, those are snow peas, alright. Alright. I don't know why I just went to impulsively do that. That was. Alright. So, the first thing I want to do out of this huge, very big list of things I want to do, the first thing I want to do is actually the duck. It is probably going to take us the longest to do, so it only makes sense to do that one first. Now, I do have a lingering worry. One would say it's a bit of a fear I'm having right now. There's a slight issue that is something that could arise as I do it, but I'm hoping that it is not an issue because I took it out earlier today so I can let it thaw out. But I got a duck. But the only issue was that it was pretty much frozen. Now, it doesn't feel frozen anymore, but just because it feels frozen does not mean it's not. So, just going to get a little thing here. I'm not trying to grab. Got a little pan here, and I'm essentially just gonna open this bad boy in here. Feels kind of deflated. Actually, I also feel like being a little baby today. I got gloves. So I'm going to protect my hands a little bit here. Nice thing that I'm not worried about is duck. Duck is one of those weird things in the world to where you can actually eat kind of under. It's not like chicken. It's not like any of the old like turkey or any poultry because you can actually eat it when it's like kind of raw. And it's actually, I think it actually tastes better slightly under too. So I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure I do that. And the big reason to why I can't do like a pecking duck or something like that is that since this boy is still frozen, I didn't really have enough time to let this. I wouldn't even have time to have this belt boy defrost and all that whatnot. So wouldn't be possible. But we're gonna try and do the next best thing, which would be do a whole roast, but I'm actually not doing that. I'm just kind of speaking out what I'm thinking right now. A whole roast would probably be a next best thing to do, but I'm not even gonna do that because I don't feel like it. So yeah. Anyways, but I'm essentially just gonna break it down. But I'm actually gonna probably see if I can try to break off the legs, so then I can use that and make oh, what's this? What's in here? What's this little treat that's left inside for me? Is this a treat that just can't be beat? Depending on what you would think on that, maybe some liver and all that whatnot. The organs, the I don't know what you would. I don't know what it's called. There's definitely a word for it. I just can't remember what it's called. Um, the gizzards, the gizzards. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't need it. So. Okay. Well, either way around it, I'm just gonna be breaking this stuff now. The nice thing about a duck is pretty much like breaking down a chicken, except that it has a lot more fat and a lot more skin. So I'm just kind of probably just using that pretense there in my head and breaking apart the whole thing. It's just actually very important that I actually don't take off too much skin for the rest. You know, I don't know. Okay, so I'm not sure why, but no, I do know why. So I've noticed that like when I do my cooking streams and all that whatnot, I usually make them into like tutorial-esque sort of ordeals. But I feel like no one really cares about it, and frankly, I don't either. Cause like I don't know. It's like it's in my head. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta make sure I'm explaining every single. It's not important. I'm not really good at doing how tos and this is how you do this and that. I don't know. Not to say I don't want to, just more or less I know that I would not be able to explain very well. Why do I need to mention it? I don't know. But I do know that I want to try to like not be so. Oh, what's the word? I actually can't believe I just ripped that off. Oh man, that felt really metal. Um, I do want to try and be a bit more, I don't know, chatty, and I feel like these are a great opportunity to do so. No, like who doesn't love talking about, I don't know, roses and flowers as I'm ripping apart a old duck? That's kind of a normal thing to do, right? I feel it. I don't know what it's like to have a normal conversation nowadays, or at least I don't know what's even constitutes as normal. Oh, so shoot, I forgot about putting a picture up for this, but there is a very funny thing that I found today, and it's quite hilarious because it was a really big carrot I got at work because it was just funny. Like, it's not normal the size of this carrot I found. It was a really big carrot. Like, here, wait, let me just like breaking this down a bit, but I want to make sure I'm getting the fat because duck fat is good and quite expensive. So I'm gonna try to make sure as I'm breaking down the bird, I also get myself a bit of the fat as well. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a cooking project in the future, or maybe a duck bread. That'd be fun. And then feed it to other ducks. I think that just makes sense, right? But anyways, you see my arm here? So if you haven't gone to my Twitter or Blue Sky or all that self-advertisement stuff, I essentially found a carrot that was pretty much the same exact length, size, width as my arm, and it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's not very often you find a carrot that's really big to begin with, and it's not very often you find a carrot that's literally as big as your arm. So very fun to find it. I had to take a picture of it, and for some reason, my brain then just said, "Okay, you gotta now text everyone, message everyone, anyone that you have contact with, just message them, show them this wonderful, huge, big old thing." And I don't know, something just told me to just do that in my head. So I ended up just showing, like, I think pretty much my entire Discord list, this this magnificent, this magnificently large carrot. And it was big. It was huge. Like, not very often you see a carrot that big. Maybe once I get back to my desktop, I'll bring it up onto a like stream or something. But it was insanely huge. It was big. It was real big. And this guy is kind of small, relatively speaking. At least. It's like a very petite kind of duck. Okay, where is that? I know what I'm definitely gonna do though, just because duck is kind of a very, how do you say? No, it's not a very cheap thing. I'm not really even gonna go out and say it's like very extremely sought after. You know, it's not like it's wagyu or anything like that. But I do like to take a little bit more care whenever I get a duck like this, especially when I break it down at home. Oh my god! But I like to take a little bit more care and try and minimize the amount of waste I get, just because it's duck. You know, I personally really like duck, but I do want to make sure that I minimize any possible amount of waste. So, I'm gonna treat it like I would with any other chicken or anything like that, whatnot. Trying to make sure I make stock, try to make sure I rest the bones, and do this, do that. The normal stuff I normally do for chicken, really, but just a little bit more care. Okay. Well, that's one breast right there. So we got that. Gotta get the other one. Yeah. I haven't looked it up on Twitch, but I am actually quite curious because a part of me thinks that this would be against TOS, because I am not mutilating, but it is just kind of an, animal. It's deceased, it's gone, it's dead, and all that whatnot, all those funny things I can say. But like, is this against TOS? Breaking down a whole bird doesn't even have to be a chicken, or a duck, or even all that whatnot. Like, would breaking down a fish even be against TOS? Honestly, these are kind of things I should probably look into and actually like read. But I have a tendency to not do such things, mostly because I don't like reading. So. All right, well that's at least two of them, two breasts that have been fabricated. So I got two of those. I'm gonna try and slice them nice. I'm gonna try and get those nicely cooked and all that whatnot when it's time. Closer to that time. Now I need to get the quarters. Because the quarters are gonna get a little bit more time. They're gonna be cooked a little bit more differently. They're gonna be cooked actually extremely differently because while I'm going to be like doing a nice oven roast or sear for the breast, I'm going to do a confit of sorts. Almost not confit. I'm not gonna. It's just gonna be almost like a braise or something like that. I don't know. It's gonna be kind of like making pulled pork, but duck. So pulled duck, if you will. Because then I want to plan to use that in my bao buns that I'm gonna make too. The bao buns. I'm excited to make those because I don't think I've ever made them on stream before, but they are quite fun. They are quite strange, let me tell you. Just because they use two kinds of leaveners, and I don't really even know why it uses two. It's fascinating, it's strange, it's weird, it's funky, but it's cool. So, okay, all this other stuff, it's mostly a lot of fat, really. But I'm going to be very much like vacuum sealing it. And when I vacuum seal it, I'm actually going to throw it in some boiling water and let that boil for a while. Because that is going to be probably one of the best ways to actually extract the fat out. So yeah. I'm going to extract the fat out that way. I'm also going to use the rest of the bones, maybe roast them, get some extra fat from that, and then many semantics later, eventually get to roasting off the bones and stuff. What will I do with the duck stock? I don't know. Maybe I'll save some of the duck. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to eat all of this duck today. I'm probably going to save it and maybe make like a duck soup or something like that. Poor ducky. It is quite the shame. The duck has been killed. But listen, someone else did the job. And you know what? I'm just now trying to respect it by using it to the best it can be used for. Now, it'd be really disrespectful for the duck if I decided to throw it all away. Not only would that be a disrespect for myself, though, it'd be kind of disrespectful just to get the duck, just to break it down, and then throw it out. The waste of its purpose, and plus it's like, you can be upset, like, oh no, duck is dead, but like, it's already been dead. It'd be worse if I just now threw it out, because now it then would be an absolute waste. But at least I'm using it for something, you know? Okay. Oh boy, not enough space. Okay, not a big space. Actually, I kind of need these things I'm finding. Alright. Okay. So, let's get to cooking this stuff. So I'm going to be getting a small pot here, actually. Sorry, I had to move the bag real quick. So into this pan, I'm actually just going to simply leave it as such, but I'm going to season the duck right now. So I'm gonna use some salt here and just throw it in cold. Reason being is that you don't really need like oil and all that whatnot for duck. Duck has already so much fat, so what I'm doing right now is I'm actually trying to cook this on low heat right now. And as the heat slowly gets up the temperature, it's actually gonna render some of the fat out. And as the fat comes out, it's gonna help cook this even more quickly. So yeah, right. Hold on. As I got this one, I might as well. Okay. Oops. Stop. And I'll put this away. Oh, hi, broccoli. Hi. Carrots, you. Hey, listen here, broccoli. Calm down. It's just one. It's just one broccoli. It's just one carrot. Don't worry. All right. Carrots are good for you. They're good for your eyes. Actually, wait. Sorry, I forgot. That's a conspiracy. I think. Is it a conspiracy or is it both act? I forgot what propaganda. Propaganda. Yeah, carrots are like propaganda. I guess they're good for your eyes or something. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, why is it sticking? Oh, yeah, because I didn't put any fat in it. Oh no, why is it doing the thing I thought it wouldn't do? Oh, okay, it's fine. I got it up now, and I'm just gonna move it real quick. Come on. Ah, that's just big ag agra propaganda. I mean, I guess it's propaganda, but not propaganda you think you're thinking. Now I need. Does it not have enough built-in fat? Yeah, duck has plenty of built-in fat, so like that's why I don't really want to use oil because it just feels overkill, and then it gets a little bit too greasy in that regard. So yeah, very much do I not want to actually. Very much I don't feel like actually adding oil to it because there's already gonna be enough fat. Which you could actually tell, but my camera is kind of bad, so you can't really. But there already is like a reasonable amount of fat in there, and I didn't add any oil. I'm not sure you can see. Bad with camera angles. My apologies. But like, there's already like a good bit of fat down there already, so don't need to worry about it. Then let that do its thing. I don't know why I'm putting this carrot right now, but I just kind of felt like it. So. Okay. Well, everything aside, I think the most important thing to do right now is actually trying to make a bao bun. That's probably gonna take the second most time to do, so I'm gonna do that now. I remember, I actually a fun little story, I guess. Um, there was this one time during my college time when I actually wanted to make bao buns. Because during my time in my culinary college and whatnot, during that time, I actually actually was a, I don't know how you say it in like normal terms, but I was kind of like an advisor. I had an advisory role, and let me tell you, I was probably the worst advisor within the role. Like, I was a part of a group, I guess. And if you were a part of this group, it's like, oh, you're like the most talented. You follow the rules, and like, you're really good for this. It's like almost like a manager role, but there was no manager power, I guess. Like you were just kind of like better than the normal student. Um, but you still led the kitchen to a point. So there's that. Okay, you know what? I'm having an idea. I would even say an epiphany. I think I'm gonna just sear one of these one at a time. So I'm gonna just make a little makeshift thing here. Alright, there. Anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, so one of my we were doing the what is it? I was one of those people. I was one of those kind of people, and what I ended up doing, because it's a responsibility to make sure that everyone is fed, is that I had to make a staff meal, family meal, whatever you want to call it. I need So yeah, I had to make a staff meal, a family meal, whatever you would want to call it. And for some reason, in my psychopathic, stupid brain, I thought, oh, let me just make some, let me make some bao buns, because those don't take long at all. So, what I did, so I ended up actually trying to say, like, oh, I'm gonna make bao buns, and like, we had like pulled pork or something that we had extra of that we need to get rid of. So, pulled pork bao buns. Sounds great. It sounds like a great idea, even. I then kind of realized that, oh shoot, wait, I could do this if I was making like, I don't know, 5, maybe 6. But then I kind of did a head count, including with like our actual advisors and whatnot. I kind of realized that, oh yeah, wait, that's not, I need to make like 20, 27, or like I need to make like 30, 32, like a few dozen at least, like 3 dozen. So I was like really rushing. And it's like, oh geez, I didn't realize the full magnitude of the situation I got myself into. So I had to get done at least 12. Like, I think I had to do like at least 36 bao buns. And you know, it doesn't sound bad so far, just doing bao buns a specific amount of time. It doesn't sound horrible. Until I put in the factors that I had to get this done within what is it? I had to get this done within 30 minutes. So it's kind of funny, just me trying to frantically run around and get everything set so I could actually accomplish this stupid task I put upon myself of making sure I can get all of that set and done. But I did manage. I think I was like short by a few, but like everyone had enough. Everyone had about what they wanted and whatnot. But I remember bao buns just to being like a rushed sort of thing for me, just because like, oh yeah, I know I can do them. I can do a whole lot of them in a short amount of time, even though that is really not the way to do it. Just like most breads and anything else, you want to make sure you take your time. Make sure you're patient and all that whatnot with your dough and all that. Okay, let's see here. 4 tablespoons. A fourth cup. Because 2 teaspoons make an ounce. A fourth of a cup is 1 ounce, 2 ounces. So that should mean that a fourth cup should do. But since I like to be a pedantic annoyance, I'm going to make sure that I actually redo this in 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 tablespoons pretty much is pork stuff. So. Okay. Pinch of salt, which is like a 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Yep. Oil, flour, baking powder, or at least half. And I need oil. So it says oil, but I kind of want to be being annoying because I should follow the recipe. But my dumb head thinks like, oh, there's oil, there's duck fat right here. Like, oh my god, why would I not want to use that? So I'm gonna just, instead of using normal neutral oil, I'm gonna be putting some fat in there instead. And it's actually a lot of oil in there so far. So I'm actually doing this I'm doing a favor here. I need around, 2 tablespoons, which is like 3 teaspoons, so that should be enough. Because there's 3 teaspoons and 1 tablespoon. I need 2 tablespoons, so that means I need 6 teaspoons to put into that thing. So, yeah. And since I'm putting the oil on top, it's not gonna really, I guess, hurt. It's not gonna really hurt the yeast because the yeast is gonna probably die to this oil because the oil is pretty hot. Coming straight off the bird and all that. Alright. Okay, so water, milk, yeast, sugar, oil, flour, powder, salt. Okie doke. So just as simple as now, just kind of just mixing it with my hands now. The nice thing about usually this kind of dough, it's fairly what's the word? It's fairly dry, so it's a lot easier to work with. It's an extremely easy dough to work with, so I don't very much mind doing this one by hand. Which is really a lot of doughs. I don't know. When the dough isn't too terribly wet or like really annoying to work with, I like doing them by hand. I've been doing sourdough by hand for quite a long time, and I have actually difficulty trying to do it by a machine. Every single time I do it in a machine, it's either over or under mixed, and there's no in between. So I always end up having to do it by hand. Oh, and also my brain actually processed what broccoli said now. That's just big agra propaganda. Agra, as in agriculture. Oh my god, I am so sorry for being so stupid for not understanding that sooner. Probably is propaganda, who knows? I don't know what kind of propaganda we were talking about at the time, but yeah, that definitely was propaganda of some variety. I actually don't know why. I should have looked into it because it is kind of interesting. Why would you put baking powder in something that already can kind of leaven on its own? I'm not sure if it's like an agent to make it softer, to rise better, more evenly, fluffier, softer, chewier. I don't know what it is really, but I should have looked into it because it's like really silly in my head. Like, why would you add 2 kinds of leavenings to a bread? It makes no sense. Sorry. Okay. Listen. Oh, Oh wow, mistakes. You were first again? Oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm surprised no one ever gets that. Though to be fair, there's really no incentive to do it, huh? Hmm. Maybe I should do a thing like, hey, if you get first 3 times in a row, I give you VIP for a day, VIP for the month. But at the same time, it's like I don't even know what VIP does. Like it gives you a cool little sign. That's as much as I know what VIP does for you. I'm unfortunately not the smartest Twitch fellow when it comes around. So, if you get first, you get your name on an egg. That's a name on an egg. Sometimes VIP can have privileges or bypass auto mod. Ah, okay. So that's what that means. Alright. Alright, Duck, time to get back in your pot. Okay, so now I'm gonna cook this for a very, very long period of time now. But the plan is to pretty much just cook this until it can shred apart now. But I do want to add some things to help make it taste better. You know, try and make the whole thing a lot better. So I'm actually going to. Well, I'm not going to add the greens, but I'm actually going to make sure to actually add in the whites here. The greens are going to be like garnish here, and I think I gotta put them in something, so I can't really recall what. But I'm gonna save this. But the scallions and stuff, I'm gonna use as flavor and all that whatnot. Okay. Then I'm gonna actually. Okay, I need to get a container. Alright, I'm gonna get some of the garlic here I have. I'm gonna crush it. Okay. No cut, no muss, no fuss. Just some crushed garlic in here. I don't have anything like galang or anything like that. So, I know it's not the same thing. I know they're completely different, but I do have some ginger, and I feel like that's just nice. I don't have anything like 5 spice, so I'm gonna try and keep the, I guess, profiles in a sense. So I'm just gonna throw in some of these sliced bits of ginger. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. And well, I'm just gonna top it off with some water now. Top it with water. Maybe throw in a few bay leaves, I guess. Do I have? You know, I probably should check, but I'm pretty sure I don't have. Yeah, I don't have any star anise or anything like that, unfortunately. I don't even have any. I don't even have any. What is? I don't even have cinnamon sticks, which sucks. But I'll add a touch of soy at least. No, there's something there. All right. I'll just put this on top for now, and I'm I'm gonna put it on the back burner. And yeah, we're gonna let that do its thing for a while. Okay. So now, I guess the next thing to work on are the dumplings. That's gonna be kind of simple. So I got some pork mince here. How are you prepping this duck, and what cut are you cooking? The entire duck. The duck has already been. I actually had a whole duck. Hi there, culinary details. I already got the duck. I already processed it, and I have 2 breasts here. I had 2 quarters, and they're already being braised right now, and I'm gonna shred them later on. But that's not really important. What's important now is that I'm going to be making fillings for the dumpling, all that whatnot. What? Okay. That's not cool. Frick. Oh man, and I broke my bowl because of this. Okay, so cockroach. That sucks much. 5-second rule. They. Well, I definitely gotta clean that out tomorrow. Scared now. That's not one of my favorite bowls. Oh, like roach is disgusting. Sorry, give me a sec here. I'm freaking out a little bit. I have a mixture of like anger and fear. I hate roaches, and also just like I'm so mad. I get rid of this bowl now, and I got a roach now I gotta deal with. My skin's crawling now. Alright, let me just stop. Okay, back. Not very happy right now. So dumb. Okay, well. Okay. Give me 1 second here. I just need to now just like recompose myself. Heck yeah, I broke a duck down for a confit ravioli. Love to see people use the whole animal. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I like buying in whole things like that. I often buy like whole chickens and stuff like that, and then I use that to make stock and whatnot. as a simple guy that lives alone, yeah, I do thoroughly like to break down the whole thing myself. That's also nice because it's easier. It's not easier. It's saves me money. So there's that too. I, ah, ah. What else is in my cabinets now? Stock is the biggest reason I do that. Same here. Same here. I don't really like Uh, 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 uh. I'm so freaked out right now. Oh boy. Okay, these bowls are fine. Okay, they're fine. They're fine. Probably rather than oh, this. Oh, that there. But yeah, stock. Very much a huge reason to why I buy whole things as well. I mean, I have the whole duck still. I'm going to roast it pretty much, but I'm also going to probably. I have a lot of the fat still. I'm gonna just throw them in a bag and then boil it for like not boil it, but simmer it for a long period of time. That fat is gold, so I don't want to get rid of it. So I have that duck fat that I'm gonna try and get. I'm not kidding, but utilize as well. But for later. Oof, I'm sweating now. I'm such a baby. Oh my god. Oh, big roach. Ooh, big little roach. So scary. But my god. Listen, I'm such a little germaphobe. And usually not duck. Wrong thing. Oh, thanks for the follow. Usually, like, what is it? You want to be careful, not careful, but when you kill a cockroach, you want to make sure you're careful about it, because if you kill it, and let's say it's female, it could be carrying eggs, and then if you have that, then it's going to spread even more, and then you're going to have an infestation, and it's like, it worries me. They. Oh yeah, duck fat is my favorite cooking oil. I just like cooking with like any sort of fat, really. Yeah, I will often find myself using oil just because that's convenient and all that and whatnot, but duck fat is pretty high tier up there. Personally, I do like using tallow a bit more. I think that's my go-to. But yeah, tallow is probably my favorite one to use. Then there's then duck fat, really. So it's like tallow, duck fat, butter is kind of thrown in there as well. But actually, now that I think about it, I think tallow. Not sure. I'm not sure what is better in that regard. Because I do thoroughly enjoy using butter, but I'm not sure if it's better. I mean, is it better than Is it better than like using any sort of animal fat? It's really hard to really compare butter in my head, just because butter is just so good, you know. Go in lurk mode. Sorry to hear about your bowl. Thanks, Prophecy. Well, hey, that's a clip right there. I guess. Oh, I lost my bowl, but boy, do I got a good clip now. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I know it was already graded, but I want to make sure I want to make extra sure it's fine. So, yep. Got some grated garlic in here. And I might as well use my scallion as well. And I got some ginger, so I'm gonna use the rest of this as well. I usually get free Wagyu trim for my work. It's nice, but the flavor from duck fat here is super nice for caramel and other things you can incorporate flavor of the duck into. But butter will always be number one. Yeah, yeah. Like duck is very much probably like not duck. Butter is really hard to defeat. It's just such a classic sort of ingredient to use, you know. But yeah, sometimes at my job, sometimes I get Wagyu trims as well, funny enough. And I sometimes utilize that in my cooking. Like if there's a time where it's like, oh, I have the effort to make something with the Wagyu, then I'll ask like, hey, before you throw it away, can you just save some of it and like vacuum seal it for me? And usually they'll do it. So what I usually end up doing with the Wagyu tallow is I actually end up using it to make some brioche because I'm a very big bread guy. Love making bread here. So, being a virtual baker and all, you know. But yeah, sometimes I'll try to incorporate that into this brioche recipe I've made. The brioche recipe I use, I think it's fairly solid. I think it's pretty okay. The quality is very good. The flavor's nice. It's rich. It's just the only issue about my recipe is that it is pricey because you have to use essentially 6 eggs, and like a whole stick of butter. But that's also just kind of the nature of using what is it? There's kind of the sense of nature of just using what's the word? That's just the nature of making brioche because it's such a high-end thing, I guess. Not high-end. It's such a... Well, I think high-end is a safe word to say. Flavorsome. Has a lot of things in there that's fairly expensive. So, yeah. Especially if you use a good butter from France, I would just eat with a spoon. But the milk flavor is always premium. Have you ever tried to make tallow beignets? Beignets? I'm assuming you mean beignets. I have not tried making that before, actually. To be 100% honest, when I do make tallow anything, I tend to not really taste it too much, really. Like, in my brioche, for instance, I don't really taste the tallow, or I guess I don't really taste any strong beef flavor, which I guess means I should probably be adding more? But, yeah, I haven't made tallow beignets at all. To be honest, I don't really make beignets at all that often either way, so I'll have to try and do that, because I still have a whole lot of tallow. I'm only one guy, and sometimes I can, from my job, I can essentially get like maybe maybe 1 or 2 quarts of, quarts of tallow. So, yeah. Your brioche does look very pretty, though. Okay, lurking for real now. That's fine, don't worry. In fact, I would encourage you to stay, because, like, the little, the little bastard. But yeah, do what you need to do. I'll be here, screaming in my own agony, hoping that there's not another cockroach in my cabinet. Alright. It needs sugar. No, it needs mirroring. Maybe even a oyster sauce. I'm not sure about that. There's a nice steakhouse in Seattle that down their tasting menu, and it was really good. The palo beignets you said you were talking about, or something else that I probably most likely forgot. I'm not really one with the best memory, and I can tell you this much: my job hates me because of that. It's not like I want to have a bad memory though. It's just the unfortunate thing of my memory. My memory just bad. Memory not work. I'm also doing something really important because last time I made dumplings, um, a small issue happened to where I was eating it and I was tasting it and all, but then I kind of realized that, oh my god, it is so unbearably salty. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid that this time. I'm actually trying to taste the mix before I actually utilize it. No, it needs a little pinch of sugar. No, actually, I have oyster sauce. Alright, there we go. Yeah, the beignets they also did with the caramel, but the caramel was a little burnt. Hmm. You know, that's something I wish I did more, honestly. I really do wish that I was able to go out and eat more. Unfortunately, the thing I don't really make enough to go eat at my leisure like that. It is just cheaper to eat at home. And also with how I know how to cook a lot of things, I just usually tend to think like, oh yeah, I can just if I want to eat this so badly, I can just make it at home. A good example of that, um, any sort of pasta. Like, oh yeah, I really want like chicken Alfredo, or man, I really want some spaghetti bolognese, something like that. But then I remember, oh wait, I can just make that at home. Uh, that and also it's just expensive. It's more expensive to go eat out nowadays. It's kind of sad. Alright. Hopefully this tastes good now. Alright, that was I am gonna still. Oh, you know what this is missing? Okay, so it is missing two things. Okay, that pinch of sugar I was complaining about, but also the missing two, of course. I'm not tasting it this time because I pretty much got the general idea. This is fine. I'll work with this, and if it's salty again, I'll be shocked because there was no salt added to it. What before I tasted it? Now, granted, yes, MSG that could increase the flavor of the salt, but I'm not terribly worried on that. I don't think it's gonna be that dreadful. So, not worried about that. Okay, just gonna throw some in there. I can't remember. Do the noodles get the mushrooms or is it something else? Nope, it's something. I don't know why I got mushrooms. I can't remember. Oh yeah, that's right. So with the mushrooms, I was gonna make spring rolls, but as I've mentioned, I got the wrong wrappers for the spring rolls. We shall carry on. It's a shame because I also don't need this carrot then too. Uh, which is also funny because I also went out and bought. I bought. Okay, so essentially, I'm pretty sure you're getting the idea here. I bought a lot of things, and I can't use it because I can't make the things I want to make. So it's annoying. It's annoying. Okay. Well, I'm just going to. I guess I'm just going to make these. Make the dumplings now. Better do it now than never, right? The other things I gotta make. I gotta make those noodles that I'm actually half tempted to just not do anymore, just because that roach really did ruin my mood. So I just kind of don't want to do it now. Okay. I honestly wish I was more used to roaches, though. I see them all the time when I go out or whatnot. And even at my job, it's a very, very clean place. It's very clean to where I work. But sometimes, just because the location of where just the location of where we are, we just sometimes still get one or two stragglers. Like, yeah, it's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, gotta get the proper ring mold for this. Okay, yep. Well, I'm gonna see how many I can make. I'm not gonna try and make too many here. Just enough for, I guess. I guess with that now, I should try and get my steamer set too. I don't have an amazingly high-tech steamer. I just got a nice, simple, humble little bamboo basket. So, hmm. Alright, well, let's see. Do I remember how to make these? It's been a minute, so I probably won't remember how to make them completely, but all I need to do is just kind of, just mark the page. Oh, no, I do not have any parchment paper. I do! Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay. Well, get this on a roll. Okay. It is kind of annoying to make these things just because I have to make them so small and like I don't know. I want to make them big. I want to make them nice and full and all that, but I kind of realized that if you make them too big or too full, then it just doesn't work out in the end. They don't fold. They don't fill. They're overfilled, and it just makes it kind of hard to just fill them up again. So, it's also kind of weird, just because I don't actually know how to make like the traditional sort of look for them. But I do try, and they look at least close. So yeah, like that, close enough, right? Okay, I need to actually get my cup. That's about as good as I get them. Yeah, I feel like it's something that you have to like really practice to really understand how to do. Can't be kind of like a one and done ordeal. It has to be like, oh yeah, I've practiced this for like millennia, or you know, practice it enough. For me, I don't really make these often. So usually this is the best I can do. The one side I can do fairly well, I like to believe. Like I can do this side well. Just when I have to do the other side is when I start to struggle. Hi, Mahler. Hello, hello. I just I was just popping by, trying to find more people in the food community on Twitch. Have fun with the stream. Gotta go cook a five-course tasting for my friend's birthday. Ooh, very fun, very cool. Well, happy birthday to your friend. I hope you have a good service, and I hope everything goes smooth. See ya, see ya. That one, this one was really nice. We'll ignore that one. Yeah, they seem like a nice lad. Or lass, whoever they may be. They seem friendly. Yeah. Dude, like it when someone else is kind of a part of the food industry to talk to. They either understand pain or like they have some nice fun joy about the whole their job. Not to say that my job isn't fun or anything like that, but it's always fun to see and hear people having good experiences. It's just really fun to hear people talk about food too. Honestly, I think that's pretty much one of my biggest motivations, I guess, as just like doing food and all that. Just because I think it's really fun to listen to people talk, especially while they cook. Sometimes they say some weird banter. Sometimes it's just some really silly stuff. But then sometimes they say some really interesting things, and especially when it's about food, then it's like really interesting. Like apparently, someone told me that you can actually not cook, but when you have a plantain, you can actually soak it in water, and you could actually then use that to help peel off the peel more easily. That was interesting. I think I'm gonna try and do like a full round here, like a whole circle of this at least, and then I'm gonna probably what is it? I'll probably finish off the making of these for now. I don't want to make a I don't want to make a whole lot of them. Just enough for today. And plus, I'm only one guy once more, so I don't need to make a whole uh 5-course menu here. The duck, bao buns, and dumplings do me just fine. I do feel kind of let down now that I don't want to do the noodles, pasta, spaghetti, not spaghetti. I'm just saying standard. The the long noodles and whatnot, just because I thought that was gonna be fun to do. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely now okay. But now I'm actually kind of annoyed because what is it? I was gonna try and stream tomorrow, but now I'm gonna probably not stream tomorrow and then fully dedicate to cleaning out this entire kitchen. Uh, hate bugs. Yeah. Especially roaches, because that usually is a sign of like, hey, your apartment or your house or whatever it may be is nasty and you need to clean up. So perhaps it's an omen. Perhaps it's just a blessing in disguise, and I just need to clean up my apartment and whatnot. But still, it's like, well, bummer. And maybe I'll come back to this another time because then I'll probably get bigger wrappers, which is kind of the bigger issue when it comes to making these kind of dumplings. I can probably do this if I had like not normal but like larger size rounds, but unfortunately I can only find what I can. And also these were left over from last time, so I didn't feel like it. There we go. Some nice pork dumplings. I'm gonna save those for now. And I'm actually gonna go get my other stack because I want to. I'm gonna grab my other stack so I can actually get bao buns ready. These are always fun to make though. They're simple too. I'm gonna go out and admit that I'm also doing a fairly rushed version of this because I'm hungry now, and also just once more, if I have to reiterate once more, terrified because I'm a baby and like I don't like seeing cockroaches. When oh, I still gotta make like the duck breast though. That I'm not gonna chicken out on that, right? I'm gonna actually make some duck breast. I'm gonna cook the duck breast I got here, so I'm gonna make sure I do that. Duck roach, stop. I'm going to end you. Stop. Don't bring up my recently experienced trauma like that. So mean. I hate you guys. So yeah, the weird thing about doing a sort of steamed bun though is that you kind of have to oil them first. You oil them so they kind of don't stick to each other completely, and you can still open them. So, or will you break me down and cook the parts separately? Okay, listen, I'm not Hannibal Lecter here. I'm just a little baker. I'm a little guy. A little guy that's scared of little bugs. think I'll only do 3. I'm gonna be lazy here. Because like 10 can't stop me. I think a third piece of parchment. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna speak my thoughts. I really wish I could talk more. Man, like really, I feel it's boring. My God, Sue, I really should give you VIP. Sometimes I just get really annoyed with myself. Like, man, I wish I could talk more. In my head, I just don't think. I don't know. I don't think. I don't do much. I just don't do much. I just kind of just I'm just existing, really. But like, it's so boring. I'm so boring. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what I want for myself. I guess. Like, oh, do I need to talk or I don't know. I get worried. I don't know. I just want to try and make sure that I'm making something enjoyable to watch. And I know that the least enjoyable thing to watch is someone just cook and no talk. Because that's kind of the point, no? Are these the wrappers that will be steamed empty? No, these aren't wrappers. These are bao buns. They're gonna be steamed buns. But I'm going to let them rest a little bit before I actually steam them. Alright, I'll get to the rest of this dough another time. Got a lot of stuff I need to go through now. My God. Okay. Let's take a little look-see at the duck here. The quarters, at least. Nah, they still got time. If anything, what we might end up doing, actually, I'll have everything cooked and ready, but then we're just gonna wait for the duck to actually finish fully. Yep. So I'm actually gonna leave this to the side here for now. And let's see. I guess if anything, I can start searing these off too. So just like the other pieces of duck, the best way to kind of cook duck, really, well, it's not the best way, but I think it's my preferred way at least, is to do it slow and low. Try and render out some of the fat, and then actually go in and actually going in and make sure you actually cook it fully. Almost like, in a way, treating it like if it was salmon, funny enough. Cooking the one side pretty much the entire way through, but then cooking the other way. But yeah, I'm just gonna get this one side here, the other side like this, and we're gonna let that cook. So the sauce. I do plan on making a sauce for the duck. It's really always hard for me to make sauces for duck. It's hard for me to make sauces in general. But I think a blueberry soy, okay, soy and blueberry sauce sounds pretty good. If not that, blueberry and miso. I'm using blueberries for a very good reason, and that is because I have a whole bunch of blueberries I want to get rid of. So, but now, okay, funny thing now, a part of me actually wants to make the long noodles now, but I'm also just kind of lazy now. Uh, but I don't want to keep saying I'm lazy right now because like I'm not really lazy. Okay, I am lazy, but that's not the reason why I don't do it right now. It really is just because roaches. They really do affect me that much. They freak me out, and it's so silly, so childish. Like because like my first instinct is okay, I gotta crush it, but then it's like no, I don't want to crush it because what if it's female, and I get eggs everywhere. It's like oh no, what do I do? Truly an annoying issue. It's an annoying pest to deal with, to say the very least. Filthy, filthy, filthy things. Hmm. Well, there's not really much to do right now. We're kind of just waiting at this point. Yeah. Oh, blueberry. Yeah. It's just because what is it? It's just because like any for ducks, making a sauce for duck. The best thing usually to do is usually using some sort of fruit. Like a cranberry sauce works really well. An orange marmalade works really well. I don't really have any like fruits like that, however. So I have blueberries though, and I need to get rid of these because I just don't want them anymore. I'm probably gonna make some blueberry pancakes tomorrow even. But like I just have a whole bunch of these blueberries. I need to get rid of them. I needed them for just one thing, and now I just do not need them at all. So yeah. The plan is I'm gonna just boil the hell out of these blueberries until they're like mush, and then use that to make into like a jam, and then add a bit of flavoring like soy and all that whatnot to help make it taste better, I guess, or make it into a more proper sauce, if you will. Yeah, that's the plan. And look, that's already starting to come out the pan. So how are y'all doing tonight? Hope you are all having a great, wonderful night. I wish you're having a better night than me. You lose a bowl and you encounter a cockroach. It's like one of the worst things that. It's like two of the worst things that ever happened. It's like, oh no, your floor broke and your car broke down and your dog died. Except that it's not all of that. A cockroach got into your apartment and you broke a bowl. I'm really upset about that bowl now. I would get more metal bowls, honestly, but also I'm always worried about using metal bowls. One, because if I use it on stream, I always feel worried, like, oh, geez, I don't want you to see my reflection, ugh. But also, I don't know, I just don't like using metal bowls all the time. I, which is kind of funny because I like using metal bowls. Like when I'm not on stream, using a metal bowl is usually the best, or usually my just ones I just go to and use. Easy to use, and they're easy to clean. But I digress. Yeah, look at all that fat. My God. Hmm. Yeah, not yet. It's gonna take some time. It's almost been live for 2 hours now, so it's like can't be that much longer. I definitely am just trying to get the one side of these pieces of duck cooked. Because once I get the one side cooked, I'm pretty much just going to pause everything until now. Not pause, like stop stream or anything like that, but I'm gonna like just pretty much wait until like duck is cooked all the way, and then once that's cooked, we're gonna actually start rocking and rolling and getting everything else done. But yeah, that's pretty much the simplest simplicities of prep being done. Simplicities of prep. Ow. Yeah, next year though, if I do stream next year, I definitely want to try and have a little bit more effort with this. I'm not gonna lie when I say that this was kind of a last minute thing to do, but I did want to do this just for myself because I think it'd be fun. And once more, trying to go into my heritage and all that whatnot. Even though I'm not even Chinese, I'm Korean. But to my knowledge, I believe they both celebrate the same thing. It's just the Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year or whatever New Year it is. Asian New Year, I guess. I'm not one or the other. I'm not exactly 100% sure, to be 100% honest. But I know something's happening. Alright, well, that's good. The one side has been nicely cooked, enough at least. But there's still going to be a nice amount of fat still, and I'm going to like glaze it with a bit of fat before it goes into the oven. And I'm going to just finish cooking it in the oven. All that's yay. Alright. Blueberries are being cooked down. And let's see here. As I said, I'm gonna just put some soy in there. Soy and blueberry. I think that sounds good. And then I'm just going to let that do its thing for now. Got a food processor, so I'm probably actually, you know what? Why not do it now? Actually. Alright, that looks good. I'm just gonna let that reduce now at this point. Alright, well, everything's doing their thing at this point. Might need to fill this with just a touch more water, but... Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna let that reduce more, and then we're just gonna actually start cooking from there. But for now, I think we're actually gonna move to my desktop now. Alright. And we are... Perhaps we should play a game or something? I don't know. Don't really know what we could do right now. Not much really to do, yeah? Oh, hey, do you guys know on Twitch that you guys can go fishing now? You guys know that, yeah? There is a redeem to go fishing, you know, right? I don't know. Yeah, it's 100 points. You can go fishing if you want. I'm not sure how many of you actually do know that, but there is a fishing thing you can do. 100 points. You can do that if you want. Yeah. Ah, there you go, see? Oh, it's so loud. An Arab. That definitely is a fish. I just don't know. It's a fish! Wow, look at that fish. You definitely did catch that. So, I do want to. I'm not sure what I want to do for that, but I definitely want to make sure that, hey, if you win the fishing thing, I want to give you something at least. A drawing, money, not sure. Something. Oh, you heard that. That's a very big fish from South America. Sounds about right. Oh, we're at my desktop now. Wait. I just realized I can show you my carrot. Hold on. This huge, big old carrot. size of this guy, yeah? Like, it's like maybe a few centimeters or so smaller than my arm, but like, it is huge! It's humongo! Look at this guy! Look at this! Look at this big man! It's an orange daikon! Exactly! It's so big! It's huge! Ah, okay. Hey, look at this thing. It's like it literally was as big as my arm. Like it's pretty much there. It is humongous. Very big old carrot. Like if I needed to cut my arm off and needed to replace it with something, I could replace it with this carrot. It is that big. Definitely could feed like a I don't know, not maybe not a village, but like two people. You could definitely feed two people with that one carrot though. It's a big old carrot. Alright, yeah. So I'll put this over to the side for now. Yeah, we're just waiting. Oh boy, I'm bad at improvisation. This is why I am not a. This is why I'm a. This is why I don't stream. Well, this is why I'm bad at like streaming. Well, you see, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that'll be like, "Oh, why am I not getting enough views?" Blah, 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 blah. I'm very self-aware that I'm a bad VTuber, and that is because I can't yap, I can't talk. Personally, talking kind of hard, but also, um, I'm kind of stupid. I don't know. I'm also sleepy, tired. Wag, give you a whole plethora of reasons like, oh, please feel bad for me. I have to work a full-time job and all that stuff. I don't know. It is hard, but hey, it's fun. It's fun. I actually kind of want to talk about my job even, but like, I don't even know what to really talk about with my job. It's like the thing is, like, I actually do like talking, and I can feel that I do talk very well. It's just the issue of, oh yeah, if I want to talk about something, I would like to talk about something a bit more extensively. But like, I don't know, I'm bad at talking to myself. And when I do talk to myself, it's like, okay, that's dumb. Don't do that. Why are you thinking about this? Wait, we need to go do this again. What am I talking about? I'm not sure. You know, like, I have small talk with myself, you know? I don't have a full-fledged conversation with myself just because having a full-fledged conversation is kind of a hard thing to do, and also just having a full-fledged conversation, period, is very hard to do. I don't know. But I like being in the back of the kitchen, because I'm pretty much just kind of cooking and going like, yes, chef, yes, bird. I'm doing minimal talking. I'm doing just enough talking to know that I am still sentient and have a few working brain cells. But other than that, it's like, oh boy, it's like I'm not saying much. And I don't need to say much. So yeah. So easy. Smells like stuck in my apartment now. Oh boy. Uh, Prometheus breathe apparently breathe air. They're hunted with harpoons. I'm interested now. I'm gonna go search it up for myself. Oh, these wacky fish. Yeah, they're huge, big old guys. Okay. Yeah, they're big old fish. I don't know what they taste like though. I'm not sure if you want to eat them. Yeah, I remember watching this like River Monsters, like that TV show and whatnot. I remember that. right here. Let me go look at the kitchen real quick. I want to go make sure things are going well. Ooh. So I also just realized the entire time I was at my desktop there, my microphone was still in the kitchen. So I'm sorry if you heard any ramblings of a crazy butt guy. But yeah, I did a few things. I just checked some stuff. Yeah, we're gonna start rocking and rolling here. The duck that was in the pot is pretty much almost there. The sauce is pretty much there. I just added a bit of sugar, and now I'm gonna blend it more because it doesn't look fully blended. So yeah, I'm just kind of just once more. I'm just letting it reduce at this point. The sauce tastes pretty good. The blueberries are kind of more in the background. The soy, I think I may have added too much, which is why I added a bit of sugar. But now the sugar actually kind of helps the blueberries pop out a bit more too. So it's good. Duck, I'm gonna throw in the oven now. This I'm gonna let simmer for a bit more. And yeah, I'm waiting for the steamer to get ready. And that's that. We're pretty much almost finished here. Hmm. Hmm. Oh my god, it's 8:02. Jeez, it's gonna be a very late dinner. Not gonna lie, it's kind of also a very strange thing that's happening as we speak. Just because I'm kind of realizing that, yeah, the time's getting a little shorter here. And also, you know, I usually go to sleep around like 10, 9, 11. So it's really strange to be up this late and also being going to go fairly soon. It's very, very strange. But, I don't know. Too late to back out at this point. Oh yeah, look at that. It just completely just falls apart now. That's good. Ooh, that's a plus. I was kind of worried about that. I I thought I was honestly jumping the gun a bit, but hey, it's coming right off the bone. I'm just kind of interested in what it's going to taste like now. Like other word I'm having. Oh no. But it is hot, so I'm trying to like scrape it, not trying to scrape it off, but not completely burn my hands off. Unfortunately, my hands do feel this, so I actually have to use utensils. I can at least use my hands for a little bit of the stuff here. It still kind of hurts, but it doesn't hurt as badly now. Trying to scrape off all the meat I can. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's starting to steam now. That's good. Well, not steam, but the water's starting to boil. Soon I'll be able to steam. Soon. Okay. That looks good to me. Let's see here. That looks good. Looks fine. I don't feel any bone fragments here. This is the next thing I'm looking for. It's all nice and shredded and all that. Let's see. So how does it taste though is the question. Tastes like good duck. Yeah, that's good. It's gonna be really great actually. Bit of the ginger, bit of the garlic's in there. Yeah, that's good. It's pretty good. It's pretty tasty actually. I'm actually quite happy about that. Especially when I had the presumption that it was gonna turn out a little bit worse. I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than that, so I'm actually fairly happy with how that tastes. I can live with that. I can live with it. Alright. We'll probably need just salt. Actually, I might just add to the liquid that was cooked in. Yep. Okay, steaming now. I'm gonna put that over here. Set a separate timer and get that to 5 minutes and starting. Okay. This seems good. ladle it in just as like so. There we go. Blueberry soy sauce. Some shredded duck here, and let me get my bowls here. I'm actually gonna try and make this look. I'm gonna try to attempt to make this look nice. So I'm gonna get everything in bowls and all that whatnot. Okay. How is the duck breast? Are we cooked yet? And if they are, how cooked? I like to cook them like when I cook duck. I do like to cook them like medium rare-ish. Where's my thermometer? Past somewhere. There it is. All right, business. Okay, let's see. Ah, perfect. Okay, it's like 1:30, so that's perfect temperature, perfect time for it to rest at this point. Okay, we are in business. My God. Just gonna take these off from their area so they can actually properly rest, though. So, ow, 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 ow. That hurt. Itayo. Put on a paper towel so they can rest a bit more cleanly. There you go. Okay. So far, so good. Just gotta wait for everything else to steam, and yeah, that'll be that. I am probably gonna make sure I actually very quickly give those dumplings a bit of a sear. I like the little crunch. So that's me. And since I haven't been talking about all the duck and the flavor and all that whatnot enough, I'm gonna make sure I use some of this extra duck fat that I do have behind me, and use that to sear off the dumplings. Why not, right? So close yet so far. Plates here, bowls. So I do know who we're gonna go right into, because yeah, once I'm done cooking, I'm pretty much gonna call it. I gotta get ready for tomorrow. I gotta make sure I clean the entire kitchen head to toe. It's gonna be like almost like a pseudo, how do you say, an early spring cleaning, if you will. And also, it's been 5 minutes. So actually, we are going to go right away. Ooh, the dumplings turned out very nicely, actually. So taking them from point A to point B, we're doing that as we speak. Ooh, nice fresh dumplings. Fresh out of the steamer into the pan of duck fat. Ooh, it's gonna be great. Yeah, that's done. So that's gonna also mean that the dowel buns are done. They should be at least. I do also want to really quickly cook off some of these snow peas. A little bit of green, a little bit of something, a little roughage. It would just be nice to have something else with it. And yeah, look at these bell buns. They actually turned out fairly well. They look cooked all the way. They feel cooked. So yeah, our buns are done too. Look at that. Okay, these are searing nicely. I'm gonna let them go until they get good color on the bottom. Ooh, this is all coming together now. Okay. The nice thing about this is that since these are pretty much cooked and the top is actually pretty good, I can kind of just use my hands. So, nice. Alright, well, aside from that, I'm going to take these off now. They look rested enough. And now, slice them. Ooh, this is nice. Still a little pink on the inside. Alright, now I gotta try and make this look nice. Yep, that's good. Okay. I'll get my dumplings here. Whew! Ow! Yeah, some of them are hot. I guess that would only make sense too, you know, they're just fresh from the thing, so. Oh, okay. Actually, yep, these are good, these are steamed, all ready to go. So I'll throw these in the pan. Okay. And there you have it. We're pretty much done now. Just want to now try and make this look all nice now. I'll leave this. Okay. Whoa. Oh. Alright. Guess then let them rest enough then. A little bit of the duck meat here. Put this in the center. I'm gonna try to make this nice. There we go. Some of these in here. And I think that's it. Order up. And yeah, that's that. I think that is pretty much the little Lunar New Year dinner right here. Everything you kind of would want. You got some greens, you got your dumplings, you got your duck. Now the only thing that's missing are some fresh made bao buns. So I'll leave them right here, but I'm going to actually get a wooden board, because of course you want to make it look nice, you want to make things look like it's on Instagram. Oh, you need a wooden board. Of course you need a board of wood. There we go. Got my bao buns here, I got my dumplings, I got my blueberry soy sauce I've made. Some snow peas. There we go. Missing a few. Oh wait, you know what would be nice? So I know oranges would be really nice and also a little bit more thematic, because I believe oranges are kind of a thing that you would see. But I did not have that much insight as I was rushing around the store, and I got an apple instead. So, I'm gonna cut this real quick. Hold on. But I'm gonna be cute with them because I want to have a little fun here. I'll make them into apple rabbits. It's actually fairly easy to do. Just make a V. You make a V shape on them, and then you cut them like that. Oh, also, hi Daishima. Hi Pomp. Hey, nice for you to pop in. Or I guess for Pomp to pump in. I'm sorry, you can unsubscribe now. Hi guys, how are you two doing? Fan of apples too, because why not? I'm desperate here for some nice red colors. Alright. Alright. There we go. Here we go. It is just a little board of some apples, got some bao buns, some duck, some braised duck, some sliced duck here. There we go. Sugar snap peas, pork dumplings, a homemade blueberry and soy sauce. It's not a soy sauce of blueberries, it's a blueberry and soy sauce, if that makes sense. And I almost forgot. Oh, I almost forgot because I got this from the store. I got this from the store because I love these. You know, I'm not making them from home because I do not know how. But a red bean bun, so I got that too. Leave that right there. And there we go. A hopefully nice little dinner for myself, and it is very heavily inspired off the Lunar New Year. So I hope that suffices, I guess. I'm not sure if I would actually call this something you would have for the Lunar New Year, honestly, though. There's not really many, I guess, authentic Chinese cuisine up here, other than, like, oh, there's duck and other sort of stuff, too, but nothing really here that really screams out all that stuff. Now, I gotta take a picture of this, though, because it actually does look quite nice. But, yeah, okay. Well, I'm not gonna end stream right away because I do want to try some of this stuff, and I feel a little bit more calmed now. If you don't know, if you just did tune in today, what is it? If you just did tune in, a cockroach appeared out of nowhere, and I got terrified and scared. So, yeah. Anyways, alright. Well, might as well try some of this stuff, no? So, I'm going to okay. I'm not gonna be that late. Hold on. Alright. Let's do this right. So, I'm gonna get one of these buns here. And it should open very nicely. Oh, look at that. I'm just going to now fill it up with as much duck as I can. And okay, you know what? I'll just do this. Get some of that in here. And yeah, let me give this a try. Yeah, the duck is nice and juicy. The blueberry is actually quite nice, but the blueberry and soy works really well together. The bun itself is also very soft, very fluffy. Yeah, it's actually like surprisingly good. The blueberry isn't extremely obtrusive at all, or if any. But you also get that nice fresh ginger flavor from the duck as well. That is fairly good. Then, let's see here. The breast here, the duck breast, which is cooked to a nice little medium rare. It rested a bit, so it looks more like medium. But, dip that in here. Yeah, it's nicely cooked up. Love myself duck, so this is just great. I love this. It's so nice to eat, you know? There's a big thing about, like, oh, you cooking duck all the way, and I know a lot of people like it like that. But it's always, like, so, how'd you say? It's always so dry. I don't really like the texture of it then. So having a little bit of pink is actually quite nice. Yeah, and the sauce is actually, I'm actually kind of digging the sauce now. Because it pretty much is just soy, but with a nice little fruitiness, a little sweetness as well, so quite nice. Oh, come on, I got the apple. Okay, I'm just... Don't need to be pedantic here. try this now. Little dumplings here. Nice little color on the bottom. I think they actually turned out pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. So. Oh no. Oh, these taste good actually. Cooked all the way through too. Oh no. There's an issue that's arise. These things are so small. I can just pop them in. And it's done. Oh, these are really good. Mm. Oh. Mm. Oh. But yeah, okay. These are just fun to eat. These are so fun to eat. They're so small, and they're easiest to pop. Oh. Tasty. And I have to do a little bit of apple here, just, freshen myself up a bit. All right. Well, now I'm dreading every single bit of this now, because I did make a lot of food, and it does taste good. There's only one issue now. That's gonna be a lot of leftover food. And a lot of stuff to clean that I don't feel like cleaning. Well, I think we're gonna pretty much end stream for now today. I'm gonna try and eat whatever I can still. But I'm gonna eat this bun right now, so we're gonna go back to my desktop though. Good red bean bun. Good bun. Good bun. Oh. Alright. And we're back. We're still back. Yeah, this is such. Ooh, this is really good bun. How do you guys feel about red bean buns? Do you guys like them at all? Not gonna lie, when I first tried them, I thought they were kind of weird, a little tasty. The one I got was like really, like, how'd you say? It was really gritty, but this one is actually nice and smooth. The bean paste is actually quite smooth as well. Don't think I've ever had one. I think they're worth trying. I think they're pretty tasty. So, excuse me. Alright, let's see. Is there anyone I can go raid? Alright. I think we are going to go raid Doll. And if I can raid her on YouTube, there is someone that is named Mine. Apparently she's doing the thing about Lunar New Year too, so I think it only makes sense. So, yeah, we can. Don't think I've ever had one. Definitely should try one. And also, soup, yeah, you should eat more. You should eat another one. You like red bean buns? I like red bean buns too. Tasty. Anyways, I'm sending you guys off to go raid. Thank you all for tuning in today. I got a lot of cleanup to do, and I also gotta get a lot of things ready to clean up my kitchen tomorrow. Because if there's one roach, there's gonna be another one somewhere. And I'm not happy about thinking it like that. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in today. Remember, big carrot, very very big carrot, and I'll see you all around whenever I stream next. Keep an eye out. I don't know when I'll stream next, but I will stream soon. Soon. Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you have a good Lunar New Year if you celebrate it, and morning, afternoon, and evening. So, thank you all for tuning in today. I hope you have a good rest of your night or day, and I will see you around when I see you next. So, yeah. Might be Friday. Alright. Saltea Kichee, everyone, and ciao. I gotta go clean up my kitchen now.